welcome to Finder FAQs, where we provide answers to your topics of interest. Today's topic, what financial options are out there for Black-owned businesses? Our country is currently going through a tumultuous time. Systematic racism is being highlighted on a scale that has not been seen before. The hope is that with these issues center stage and people globally demanding change, we will actually see reconstruction to be better. As part of this look towards better, I'm here today with Anna Serio, Finder's business loans expert, with whom I'll be discussing financial options for Black-owned businesses. Anna, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
My first question for you, who are the best lenders out there for Black-owned businesses?
Yeah, so that depends on what type of business you actually have. If your business has strong community ties, Kiva can be a great provider of interest-free microloans up to $15,000. This is perfect if you're a new business and haven't built up any revenue or credit to qualify with big lenders, and you won't have to pay any fees. However, you'll need to raise donations from 5 to 35 people, so create a plan to reach out to your community on social media before you apply. Another microlender to consider is ASEAN, which is ideal if you run a startup and have had trouble getting funding in the past. Loan amounts go as high as $250,000 with terms as long as 5 years, and you also don't need to have a high credit score to qualify. But where ASEAN really shines is in the training and mentorship it offers to all business owners that borrow from it. However, it doesn't work with all industries, so make sure that your business is in one that qualifies before you apply. For women entrepreneurs and business owners in low-income areas, I'd recommend checking out Grameen America. It offers loans up to $15,000 to women entrepreneurs who live below the poverty line, and it looks at criteria besides your credit score and revenue, so it's a top-notch lender if your business is just starting out. But it's only available in 15 cities around the country, and you'll have to call or visit your local branch to apply. There's no online application. These programs usually offer a lot of additional support, but it can take months to get your money. So if you're looking for fast funding, apply with an online lender. If you have an established business, you might want to apply for a loan backed by the Small Business Administration. The SBA offers a wide array of loan programs for businesses of different sizes and stages. You can visit our page on SBA loans to learn more about specific loan amounts, rates, and terms offered for each program, as well as how to qualify. Unlike online business loans, SBA applications can take a long time to fill out, but you can use a service like SmartBiz to speed things up. They help guide you through the paperwork and try to match you with the preferred SBA lenders. These types of lenders can give you a decision based on your loan application without waiting to hear back from the SBA, so they're often faster. But you'll pay for the convenience with a loan packaging fee and referral fees on top of SBA fees, so take that into consideration.
What about grants and other non-borrowing options available?
Yeah, there are several grant programs to help start or grow your business, and it won't cost you any money, which is great. The Minority Business Development Agency has a revolving list of grant programs each year, and many chapters also offer grants to local businesses. The National Black MBA Association's Scale Up Pitch Challenge is an annual grant contest for startups that are looking to expand. It has a grand prize of $50,000, which is a lot higher than most grant programs, and runner-up prizes run from $1,000 to $10,000. Also, grants.gov is where agencies post all government grant options. It can help you find funding through government agencies and might include initiatives for Black-owned businesses, so that can be a great place to look. You can also look into local grant programs available in your community through private organizations or through local governments, just to make sure that you're taking advantage of all of your options.
What organizations and resources can I check out to get funding or find credible information?
So the Minority Business Development Association is a good place to start. In addition to offering grants, this federal agency specifically focuses on assisting minority-owned businesses and works to connect owners with resources and training to help your business grow. Another one to look into is the National Minority Business Council. This nonprofit offers services that include Minority Business Enterprise certification, seminars, conferences, and networking opportunities.
Good to know. So how can business owners apply for one of these loans or grants?
So while the process may vary a bit for specific lenders and grant programs, the general steps are the same. First things first, compare different options to make sure you found the best loan or grant program for your business. You might want to look at rates, terms, funding amounts that are offered, and also confirm that you meet the program's eligibility requirements. Like, double check that it's willing to work with businesses in your industry. That's a reason why some people are rejected. Once you've found the right program for your business, get your documents together. This can really smooth the application process. Make sure you have all the information you need to fill out the application for your lender or grant program, which might include tax returns, financial statements, balance sheets, proof of ownership, financial information for yourself and other owners, a presentation or written statement, which is required for some programs, especially grants. You can typically find out what you need to have by either calling customer service or just looking on the program's website. Once you have your documents in order, also look at your business plan or write one if you don't already have one. Your business plan should be as detailed as possible and should include the following sections generally, like an executive summary, which is basically a one-page summary of your business, like what it is, your target demographic, your goals and strategies, and what sets it apart from the competition. That last part is really important. Also provide a description of your company, which would include its name, its headquarters and address, locations, company history, and the main members of your team. The next section includes your research on both your product and market, including the benefits of your product or service, how you set yourself apart from the competitors, and how your business will produce it or provide it. Market research will include a description of your target demographic and what the demand is, and a list of your top competitors. You should also include a sales plan that details how you will market your product to make a profit. Include strategies and promotional tactics that you plan to use to achieve your goals. You'll also need to write out a list of your financial needs, the reason why you're applying for a loan or grant. This might include buying equipment, hiring new team members, buying inventory, or expanding locations. And finally, include a section on your financial projections that include projecting quarterly or yearly sales, costs, estimated profits, that kind of thing. So once you have that together, you'll need to actually fill out and submit an application. So if you have any questions, especially about the information or documents that are required, just ask before you turn it in. You don't want to be rejected because you made a mistake in your application when you were otherwise qualified. That would be a shame. And then just wait to hear back. Depending on the grant or loan program that you apply for, you can expect to receive a decision as early as the same day or as long as a few weeks. If you're approved, how quickly you'll get your fund also depends on the lender or the program that you're working with. It can be as fast as one day or as long as a few months in some cases.
So what do you recommend business owners do to boost their chances of getting a grant or loan?
Well, for starters, I would recommend applying as early as possible, especially for grants since grant programs can have limited funds and run out quickly. For programs like federal grants, make sure you register on any required website such as the sam.gov or grants.gov. Also decide if you want to get certified as a Minority Business Enterprise or MBE. This can help you qualify for more programs sometimes. And contact your local Minority Business Development Agency office to learn about opportunities available in your community. These can be less competitive, especially when it comes to grants. You can find a list of branches on the MBDA website. Another great tip is to read the fine print on any grant or loan application or agreement to understand exactly what the funds are supposed to be used for. Each program has its own terms and conditions, and you may need to adapt your business plan accordingly to qualify. You also should watch out for lenders that aren't upfront about their costs or fees. That can be a red flag, especially if you reach out and they still won't tell you. Another tip is to keep an eye on your personal credit score, the score that business lenders generally use to determine your eligibility. A good credit score makes you more trustworthy to a lender and less of a risk. This can also help you qualify for lower rates when getting a loan. Finally, watch out for a loan offer with really short maximum terms. We're talking about loans that need to be paid back in a few months or even weeks. While this means that you'll pay off your loan faster, you'll also be saddled with a high monthly repayment that can be really difficult to afford and set you up for failure. If you've fallen behind on repayments, you'll end up paying even more in interest on top of whatever fees the lender charges. So make sure you can afford the loan and the repayments before you agree to any terms.
This is a ton of great information, Anna. Thank you so much. If you want to read more about other grants and loans geared toward Black entrepreneurs, click on the link in the description box below. Or if you're already on our page, scroll down and read more. Thanks for watching and good luck.